Okay, now you are the host. Have a great practice.
Thank you so much, and I guess I'll see you maybe at the
Oh,
Dharma.
for sure. Yes,
Awesome.
for sure. Have a great practice. Bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye. Good morning, everybody. Happy New Year. I just realized I was just talking to myself as usual. I forgot to turn off the mute, so good to see you.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, Ed. How are you?
Good, thank you.
Great.
Good to see this happening. Good to see everyone.
Yes. Hi, Anne. Wow. So, bonjour, Chantal, ça va?
Salut! Oui, toi?
Très bien. Bonne année.
Bonne année à toi!
Tu te sens mieux maintenant?
Ouais, je vais être capable de faire la classe, ouais.
Ok, c'est parfait. Hi, Anne.
Oui.
How are you? Good to see you. I'm so happy you joined. Hi, Rob.
Happy New Year, everyone.
Happy New Year. Oh, okay. Let's see. Just going to adjust. How's the volume? Okay? Can you hear me?
Yeah, good.
Okay.
Yeah, it's good.
Okay. Thank you. All right. I'm just going to put myself on mute just for a minute, okay? Just want to check out my harmonium. Good morning, everybody. I didn't realize it was 9 o'clock already. So if you'd like, you can enable your cameras. I'm not going to force you, of course, but you know, it'd be lovely to see all your beautiful faces, and looking forward to seeing you. Hi, Andrew. Hi, Violetta. Nice to see you. All right. So we're going to start. Probably I'll give people another 2 minutes if that's okay to join, and then we'll get started. All right. I'm so happy you're here. Happy New Year, everybody. Okay. Let's see. Sure. Okay.
Bonne année, Jeannette.
Hey, bonne année à toi, Rob.
Ça fait longtemps, Jannick.
Oui, je sais. Je suis tellement contente que tu fasses une classe Zoom.
Oh oui, non, je suis tellement excitée. Alors, merci d'avoir participé.
Non, mais merci à toi. Je me suis levée tôt ce matin pour toi et pour moi.
C'est parfait. Hi, Maria. Nice to see you.
I was thinking this morning, Justine, I was in your basement last year on New Year's Day.
Yes, no.
We were.
So unfortunately, it's not happening this year, but you know.
We're in your basement in a different way, in a different form this year.
So welcome to the home.
And Justine.
Hey, Monique, comment ça va? How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good to see you.
Good to see you. Hi, Anne.
Hi there.
Hello.
Hi,
So
Sarah.
good to see everyone. It's been a long time.
It has been. We missed you.
We missed you.
Yes.
Yeah. So how's everyone doing?
Awesome.
Good, thanks. Yeah.
Yeah.
Great. Okay, let's see what time we've got here. All right. Oh wait, 2 more minutes because I know that there's a couple more people who are coming at least. So I'll wait till 9:05 if that's all right with everybody.
Okay. No problem.
Yeah.
I'll
Okay.
rush over.
I'm so happy you all joined me on New Year's Day morning. I guess no one's got really nowhere to go this year, so it's nice to practice with everybody. It's really beautiful to see everybody.
It's beautiful that you're doing this today, Justine. Thank you.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much.
I too have fond memories of last New Year's at your place, and I was so happy to see this happening.
Yeah, that's right, Ed.
That's right. A lot of people coming together, so it's wonderful. So, okay. So we're going to get started, I think. All right, so everybody, just a reminder, of course, to practice according to your condition, and there's going to be modifications, and and there's also going to be variations for people who want to step it up a little bit. So just practice as always according to your level. I am recording this, so if you want the link to this practice afterwards, then by all means, you can watch it after. I'll send out the link. Okay, so I'm going to put myself in speaker view. I guess you probably, okay. All right, so. I'm not sure how to make myself this the spotlight. Okay. So let's begin. Start in a seated pose. Sit tall and supremely still. Close your eyes. Bring the attention inward. Nothing to do, nothing to seek. Everything you need is already within. Begin with the sound of Om 3 times to bring divine attention to the self. Imagine you are everywhere. Fix your mind on God alone. Rest your mind in God alone. In God you will live hereafter. Of this there is no doubt. Do a mantra Om Namah Shivaya. It means I bow to the inner light. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. May all beings everywhere be happy and free from suffering. May we acquire strong desire for liberation from the ignorance that binds us to pain and suffering. And may we cherish no ill feelings against each other. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Just sit comfortably now. Just do a little bit of spiritual discourse. Well, first of all, start of the new year, it's the time for new resolutions, new beginnings. And considering all the tumult, all the turmoil that went on in the last year, I think many of us are looking forward to starting a new year, to having a new beginning. Sometimes some of us might also feel a little bit of apprehension of what's coming the next year. You know, we're not ending. It might be the perception that we're not ending exactly on like the note that we wanted to at the end of this year, going into the next year. But regardless of what happens, the important thing is, as Dharma says, I can almost hear him in my mind right now. Be fearless, stand supreme, be steady. And so, you know, and like another thing to remember that he always says and he always likes to say is to just be kind to everybody, exercise compassion. So those three ideas: to be steady, be constant, stand supreme, and to be kind to all beings. Those are really the keys to really just trying to get past the suffering and the pain. So let's just start with like the first part of it. Stand supreme and be fearless. Everybody passes through the same thing. Everybody, you know, according to the conditions, we're all going to experience different, the same thing, but ultimately. We're going to, and all these experiences are very important in order for us to gain a knowledge, in order to allow us to come to that place of self-realization where we find the ability to find divine bliss and freedom from pain and suffering. That's the ultimate goal. That's the ultimate outcome of self-realization. And to have the knowledge that will bring us to that place is done through those experiences. And no matter what we're passing through, it's important to remember that, you know, there's this idea of passing through different states of being. We call them the gunas. You know, like there's three main states: the sattvic state, the rajasic state, and the tamasic state. A tamasic state is inertia. You know, just trying to get going. It's sometimes hard. It's like a feeling of sluggishness, of inaction. And there's also the rajasic state of being is when we're restless in the mind. We want to take action and to manifest things. And then the sattvic state is where we reach that, you know, that steady state of calmness of mind. The restlessness that comes from the rajasic state often brings about desires, and through desires we end up with attachments sometimes, and it's those attachments that cause suffering. So when we're free from that, we enter that fixed state, which allows us to have that peace of mind where we're not affected by those desires and those attachments. And so that's ultimately the state we want to end it up in. But as humans living on this earth, we're going to pass through all these different states, and they're constantly in shift. And that's okay. It's okay to recognize that, you know, we're going to not always going to be in a static state. It's what we're trying to attain, but it's not always possible to stay there. And so it's just to, you know, not clinging to the idea that, oh, I have to be perfect all the time. I have to, you know, like, I'm always suffering, and I'm always trying to get to that place of self-realization of that sattva. But it's, you know, life is life. And as you go through your practice, as you go deeper in your practice, you start to realize that, you know, it's the effort that counts. And the more we practice, the more we just try to do our best, basically, we're going to ultimately, it's going to become easier and easier to stay in that sattvic state. And to not, even if we don't stay, even if we fall out of that sattvic state, that state of divine bliss, of quietness of the mind, of peacefulness, it's not going to be too hard to get back into it, because we have the tools, we have the knowledge to bring us out to that place of suffering. We have the tools to help us to break those patterns that cause us to end up in a place of suffering and pain all the time. And no matter what happens, you know, we just keep on practicing at standing supreme, at just trying our best to just, you know, act in a way that won't bring us in a place of suffering. And that brings us to that idea of just compassion. Ahimsa is the very basis of the practice, ahimsa, and the ethical rules. Without those ethical rules, there is no yoga. So what we're trying to do is to act in a way that won't bring pain and suffering to others and to us. When we cause pain to ourselves, or you know, when we're hurt by other people, it's sometimes difficult to get past that. It's sometimes difficult to forgive people, and sometimes when or if we're the ones by the same token who are hurting others, people who we know that we've caused them pain, it's hard to forgive ourselves sometimes too. But it's just trying our best, you know, like as we go through the practice, we, you know, like we start off at the same place where, you know, it's pretty obvious how we shouldn't hurt people. You know, you shouldn't kill people, you shouldn't steal from people, you shouldn't cheat on people, this, you know, all these things. But as you go further and further in your practice, you realize that, you know, I had to go subtler and subtler, because there's so many different ways through our actions, thoughts, and words where we can cause pain. So we're just trying to always refine our experiences, and to recognize that we are just on this earth to just try to bring harmony to all beings. And so it just comes down to doing good and being good. Just trying to see the divine in every person, in every being, whether it's an animal, whether it's a person, whether it's our family members, our loved ones, the ones that we hold really close in our heart, or someone who we don't really, you know, their ideas don't resonate with us too much, or they push our buttons, they cause us a little bit of anxiety sometimes. And you know, it's sometimes difficult to remember that everyone is acting according to their experiences. You know, we're everybody comes into existence at a different time. So someone who already seems like they're already calm, always, you know, in that peace of mind state all the time, they've already passed through a lot of this stuff already. But someone who is out and who's violent all the time, you know, they haven't learned yet. They haven't had the experiences to gain experience to know what's right or what's wrong. So we have to take that into consideration, and to just try to be as compassionate as we can, and do the best to recognize the divinity, the light that shines in every person. It exists in every person. For every person holds a spark of divinity within. And you know, if you see that light in yourself, you should automatically see that in others, or you should try to automatically see that in others, regardless of the form, regardless of what they're saying, regardless of what their experience, what they're doing, what their actions are. So it's, you know, you have to remember it's their actions maybe that are not favorable, that are not maybe to your liking, but they themselves, their core is still love. Their divine nature is still love, is still pure potentiality, it's still pure goodness. So as hard as it is to see sometimes, this is what we have to sort of remember. And everything, you know, whether it's on the individual scale or on a global scale, everything happens for a reason. Everything is done in a way to just try to bring about spiritual correction for all beings. So right now in this pandemic, it's a global thing, right? So maybe it's it's an indication to our whole society, our whole global community, to step back a little bit and to just, you know, to just consider what we could do better, how to simplify, how to bring ourselves into place, how to force ourselves to, you know, see others without judgment, and to be compassionate towards others who are living maybe in a place of more fear than others maybe. Some, you know, there's so many different reactions to this pandemic, and there's so many situations, there's so many people who are affected in different ways. But just try to remember that we all pass through the same thing, and we are all just we're all just trying to move towards self-realization, whether we, you know, some of us are more conscious or aware of it than others, and we just have to be sensitive to that fact. So I encourage you in the coming year to just really embrace the idea of just being good and doing good as much as you can. Because when you do that, that's going to reflect back to you. That's always going to put you back into a good place. The more good you put out there, the more you're going to end up more often in these favorable situations that make it easier for you to keep on exercising goodness and to keep on finding the love and keep reaching out for the joy and the love and just try to spread towards other beings. And we can do it in all our actions, whether it's on the mat or off the mat. On the mat, you know, when you're doing your postures, remember that everything you're doing, all the poses, they all represent a different life form. And it's when you tap into their consciousness, into their divinity, that's when you find the ease in those poses. Sometimes it takes a little bit longer than, you know, just like other experiences, some certain experiences take a little bit longer to learn the lesson from it. And, you know, we cling to like the difficulty, we cling to that, the idea that, oh, I can't get this, it's just not coming. It's time to let go of that idea that you know, so that you don't get defeated. And it's time to tap into their the divine consciousness of that experience and that being, whatever it is, whether it's a dog, whether it's a warrior, whether it's cats, what have you. You know, when we're able to really just try to see their beauty and see their qualities, that's eventually it's going to become ingrained in us as well. And that's where you're going to find the ease in the pose. That's where you're going to find the ability to still the mind and to find your peace in that pose. And ultimately, the idea is to find the peace and the joy in all the poses, in all the forms, and therefore in all the experiences. Just reflect upon that and just, you know, take that, maybe make an intention going forward to just do your best to just see the divine spark in all beings. A divine spark, they say it's it's the same amount in every person, but since the true self has no form and no shape, who's to say how big it is? There is no shape, there is no, you know, it's not defined by any form, it's not contained by this physical body. It's everywhere, it prevails everywhere. So all the energy that is within you is everywhere. And so you're part of that great collective. So we're just trying to create a big force of energy, positive energy that we can keep everyone in, and to just allow everybody to enjoy that energy and to just keep on contributing to it. So ultimately, all the beings who enter into this space, into this energy, into this great big energy field, this universe, are going to, ultimately we're all evolving to the place where that everyone, when they come in, it's going to already be a good place. And it's not going to take them too long or too much to find the goodness and to just, because it's already going to be there. They won't know anything different. So that's ultimately what we're trying to create. So let's do a little bit more mantra. There's some gurus, there's some teachers who starts all their students with mantra because the practice of devotion, bhakti, is the easiest path to reach, they say, to reach divine bliss. Think about when you sing, when you're a kid especially, it brings about a lot of joy. And so when you allow yourself to embrace that joy and to let go of your inhibitions, that's when you start to feel the bliss, when you cultivate it, because it helps to cultivate the strong emotions that eventually turn into divine bliss. And it's a very simple practice, chanting. And when you can really tap into that idea of devotion, of, like just, whether it's God, whether it's even if that doesn't resonate with you, if you think of God or, divinity as a force that exists everywhere, just tap into that idea and sing out to the world and sing out with all your heart, spreading love and joy. So let's just do a mantra. It's a Hare Krishna mantra. And it means it's the idea that God exists everywhere, and whatever form or whatever perception you have of God, it's an all-encompassing, beautiful love that that we're just trying to create. So just think about that when we're doing this. And so we'll do a calm response, and when you're comfortable, the Kirtan is, and like doing it at home, is that you can sing in the privacy of your own home or not, and sing as loud or as quietly as you want. I'm just trying to think which one I want to do. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Everybody. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna So let's do some pranayama now. Pranayama is said to be the gateway between the outward yoga and the inward yoga. What the pranayama does, it helps to control the vital force. And when we can have control over that, that is what allows us to have quietness in the mind. And the quietness in the mind, of course, is important when you're doing meditation. So it's a good gateway to that. It's a very, very beneficial practice, and definitely it's something that I encourage you just maybe try to incorporate a little bit in every practice. So we're going to start off with just some preparatory breathing, because we're going to breathe in and out of the left side first, and then we're going to switch the right side, and then we're going to go from left to right. So in this preparatory breathing, and this is I'm teaching this because in preparation for like the alternate nostril breathing, which is a very effective, very beneficial practice that you can do every day. Left hand in Yana Mudra, the second finger and the thumb are connected, the other finger is extended, resting on your left knee. The right hand, Vishnu Mudra, second and third fingers fold down, and then when you turn it towards the face, the palm towards the face, and it's used for pranayama. So if you have trouble folding the fingers down, you can just bring them to the forehead. You use the thumb of the right hand to control the passage through the right nostril, the right ring finger to control the left side. So let's begin sitting tall and straight. It's very important to have a straight back in this in any pranayama exercise. So sitting tall, take a deep breath in. Exhale completely, empty the lungs. Now close off the right side of the right thumb. Inhale to the left. Exhale, right, left. Inhale, left. Exhale, left. Inhale, left. Exhale, left. Now close off the left side with the right ring finger. Inhale, right. Exhale, right. Inhale, right. Exhale, right. Inhale, right. Exhale, right. Now close off the right side. Inhale to the left. Close the left side, then release the right side. Exhale. Close the right side again. Inhale, left. Close left, open right. Exhale. Last time. Close right. Inhale, left. Close left. Exhale, right. Now inhale, right. Close the right. Exhale, left. Inhale, right. Close the right. Exhale, left. Close left. Inhale, right. Close the right. Exhale, left. And release. So we're going to come back to that later, but so for the next one, we're doing Kapalabhati. And this is a good practice for oxygenating the lungs, for aerating oxygenating the blood, aerating the lungs, and to just generate some heat. And through that heat, we release toxins. So it's done as a purification technique as well. So what we're doing here was just trying to throw the belly button against the spine. Don't worry about the inhale happens as a result of just the pressure that's caused by the exhale. So it looks like this. So you're working the diaphragm. Imagine you're throwing the belly button against the front of the spine. All right, we're doing it at about a rate about 1 exhale per second. And it's good for just stimulating the navel chakra, the heat that builds there. Again, the left hand and the right hand this time in Yana Mudra on both knees. Take a deep breath in. Exhale into the lungs. Inhale part way and begin. Exhale completely. Take a deep breath in. Breathe from the base of the spine all the way up to the top of the chest. Now hold the breath. Keep the chest high. Bring the chin right against the chest. Contract the muscles of the perineum and pull them up towards the navel. Watch the space between the eyebrows. Keep your concentration there to attract all the vital forces there. Keep squeezing the root muscles and the chin on the chest. Exhale slowly as you can with control. Allow the breath to leave in a steady stream, not a big explosion out of the body. From the solar plexus, inhale to the space between the eyebrows. Exhale back down to the solar plexus. Again, solar plexus. Inhale up to the space between the eyebrows. Back down to the solar plexus. Keep the consciousness at the space between the eyebrows. Imagine that you're being connected with the power that's generated in the solar plexus. Going to do one more round of Kapalabhati. Inhale. Exhale completely empty the lungs. Inhale part way. Begin. Keep going. Nice, powerful exhales. Work the diaphragm. Keep going. Imagine you're beating a drum. Exhale completely. Breathe in now from the base of the spine all the way to the top of the chest. Bring the chest up high, inflated. Now hold the breath. Bring the chin right against the chest. Contract the muscles of the root. Pull it up towards the navel. Keep the attention at the space between the eyebrows. We call this the seat of divine perception. Keep holding the breath. Keep your attention at the space between the eyebrows. Slowly release the breath. Release the locks. Relax the tension formed at the root and the throat. From the solar plexus, breathe up to the space between the eyebrows. Exhale back down to the solar plexus. Once again, solar plexus to the third eye. Exhale back down to the solar plexus. Notice any subtle changes in the body. Now, with a little bit of heat in our body, let's begin the practice. Come to standing. Find your way onto your mat. So if you'd like to enable your cameras, if you want assistance, you may do that, of course. You feel free to leave your camera off, however, if you feel more comfortable. Okay. So let's begin. We're going to bring our hands in front of the heart. We start off with a mantra for purification to purify the space, the grounds, and all the psychic channels within. If you know the mantra for purification, you can sing it along with me. If not, you just think of the intention of purification and you'll derive all the benefits as though you're chanting. 3 times, each one in one breath if you can. Om Pavitraha Pavitrava Sava Vashtanga Topiva Yaha Smrit Andrikaksham Sabhaya Yantraha Sajivi. Om Pavitraha Pavitrava Sava Vashtanga Topiva Yaha Smrit Andrikaksham Sabhaya Yantraha Sajivi. Om Pavitraha Pavitrava Sava Vashtanga Topiva Yaha Smrit Andrikaksham Sabhaya Yantraha Sajivi. May all beings everywhere enjoy this practice through our senses. Now imagine the body moving by itself. Bring the arms down. And then separate the feet about hip-width apart, a little bit more perhaps. Bring the arms out in front of the body, the wrists at the height of the shoulders. This is called breathing for inner healing, whether it's the mental, physical, or emotional sense. So as I count to 8, you're breathing from that heart space up to the third eye, up to the crown, holding a breath for count to 6. On the exhale, you exhale out through the arms. Imagine all the impurities draining out with the breath. Inhale the healing energy from the heart to the crown. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Holding at the crown for 6 counts. 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale out to the arms. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. From the heart, inhale to the crown. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Holding at the crown, all the attention there. Exhale out through the fingertips. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Last time, visualize the healing energy going from the heart to the crown. Holding it at the crown, holding the breath. Exhale, feel and visualize all the impurities draining out with the breath out through the arms. Bring the arms down now. And now let's continue with some exercises. Start to roll the head in circles. Shoulders away from the ears. Try to make the circles large so that the ears can practically touch the shoulders. And then switch the direction of rotation. Keep the neck long. Try to keep the throat open so that to allow for easier passage for the breath. Good. Now swing the arms back and forth. Try to get the arms behind the ears. Again, exhale as you throw the arms back and forth. And conclude. Cross your arms across the chest. Throw them back. Alternate across each time. Exhale as your arms go back. Next one, breath of joy. The first 2 moves are done on an inhale, last one is done on an exhale. It looks like this. Exhale, you throw the body down. You have to do it with enthusiasm to make it live up to the name. 8 times. Down, up, to the side, up, down. Continue. Make It look like you're enjoying it. Last one. And just stay down on this one, allow the body to stop bouncing around. And then roll your way back up. Take hold the opposite elbows over the head, squeeze the arms by the ears, pull the body up long, and then bend to the left. Pulse a little bit, try to go deeper as you pulse on the exhales. Coming back to the center, go to the other side. And coming back, go to the left again. Try not to create folds in the left side of the body. And back up, go to the right. And coming back, release the arms, and then just start to twist the body, roll the body around, allow the arms to hit the body any which way, and then start to move faster. Then even faster, and then really shake it up. Start to slow it down. Once again, coming back eventually into stillness. Next one is called lion's breath. So you want to kind of cross your eyes and hang your tongue out. This is good for releasing tension, right? No one's watching, don't worry. So we're going to go down and exhale. We'll take this 8 times. Do it with me. And coming back up. Shake out the wrist as fast as you can. The fingers moving so fast you can't even see them. They're like a blur. And then up and down like the wings of a hummingbird. And release. So let's come to the top of the mat. Surya Namaskar. Bring the hands to the heart. Take pause for a moment. Close the eyes. Better than practice, even better than meditation, is to renounce all the fruits of your actions. Do the practice because it must be done. It's a divine duty to all beings everywhere. Move together as one to stay in that collective mind. Raise your arms up over the head. Pull down over the legs, chest to the thighs, hands down on the ground. Bend your knees if you need to. Bring your right foot back into lunge. Lower the knee, drop the feet. Bring the head up. Come into high plank. Lower down the knees to the ground. Bring the feet all the way back into child's pose. Push the elbows to the side if you need to. Brush the nose to the ground. Just come forward into cobra. Arch the back. Come all the way back. Seat back on the heels. 2 more times. Come forward. Glide smoothly between the arms. Come all the way back. One last time. Come forward into your cobra. Roll over the toes, downward facing dog. Then the right foot steps forward to the hands. If that was difficult, bring your knee down. The foot doesn't make it all the way. Just use your hand to sit the foot forward. Feet together. Uttanasana. Chest on the thighs, head down. Come all the way up. Hands back to the heart. Raise your arms over the head again. Come down. Don't worry about the breath. Move the body in a way that feels intuitive, that allows the breath to remain steady. Left foot back this time. Into plank. Lower down the knees. Seat all the way back behind the knee. Heels. Glide forward again. Into your cobra. Chest wide. Come all the way back. Again. Imagine you're a wave on the ocean. As your head lifts up, that's like the crest wave, the wave cresting. Come all the way back. Once again, come forward. Roll over the toes back into downward facing dog. Left foot now steps forward to the hands. Feet together, Uttanasana. Head down. Come all the way up. Hands back to the heart. And up again. The regular Surya Namaskar now. Go down. right foot back. All the movements link together seamlessly. Lower down knees, chest, and chin. Glide forward. And back. You're moving through the forms and experiences without any change in the mindset. You always remain calm. And feet together, just like you always try to remain calm in your daily life, no matter what the experience you're passing through. Come back home. Left side, all the way up and back. Go down gracefully. Left foot back. Into the plank. Knees, chest, and chin down. Ashtanga Namaskara. Glide forward into the cobra. All the way back. Make like you're dancing. Move gracefully. Left foot forward. Feet together. Come all the way up. Return home. A different variation this time. Reach the arms up. Come down. Bend the knees, bring your hands, join them behind the back, together behind the back. Push the chest towards the knees and then fold forward. Chest to the sides, hands over the head. Pull hands as far away from the body as possible. And bring the right hand, the hands down, right foot back. Lower the knee, raise your arms up. Kali Mudra, bring your arms up over the head. And bring the hands back down, step back into plank. Lower knees, chest and chin. Glide forward again to the cobra. All the way back. Adho Mukha Savasana, downward facing dog. Right foot steps forward to the hands, knee down, sink the seat low. Raise your arms up again. Kali Mudra of the hands, index fingers together. And then bring hands back down to the ground beside the foot. On either side of the foot, fold the body in towards the legs. Come all the way up. Hands back to the hearts. Another one like that. Raise your arms up over the head. Gaze up his own offering. Come down. Bend the knees. Chest comes to the thighs. Hands behind the back. Inhale. Push the chest towards the knees. Exhale. Use the body to push the legs further back. The seat comes up over the heels, perhaps. Reach the hands way above the head, beyond the head. And then bring the hands down. Left foot back. Lower the knee. Uncurl the toes. Arms come up. Kapiyasana. Make a crescent moon shape. And then bring the hands back down. Step back into plank. Knees, chest, and chin down. Glide forward into the cobra. All the way back into downward facing dog. Left foot steps, back knee down. Uncurl the toes again. Kapiyasana. Nice, long, smooth curves through the body. Just like a crescent moon. Bring the hands back down. Step the feet back together. Pull the body in towards the legs. Come all the way up to standing. Return home, hands to the heart. One more variation. Reach the arms up and back. Come down, hands to the ground. Now, if you feel comfortable, look forward, shift your weight forward so your shoulders come over the fingertips. Push into your hands. Jump your feet back. Bend your elbows as you come back. You're hovering just above the ground, or you can walk back if you like. Now, come forward into upward facing dog. Try to lift your knees and your hips away from the ground. Make it so you're howling at the moon like the wolf. Bring your head back. Find the shape of the howling dog. All the way back into downward facing dog. Now feel as though your dog stretching its back. Bounce through the chest a little, try to get your chest close to the ground, belly close to the thighs. If you have the flexibility, rest your head on the ground. Maybe so you can get the back of your head more on the top of the head or the back of the head. Okay, ways come forward, lift the heels, look between your hands. You can either jump your feet forward or walk your feet forward. Chest to the thighs, head down. Come all the way up, standing. Arch the back and come back. Pranayama. One more time. Arms up over the head. Stretch the front of the body. Come down. Present your hands up forward. And then glide back or walk back. Hovering just above the ground, chaturanga. Upward to upward facing dog, or stay with your hips and legs on the ground. And according to your condition, chest open, no folds in the lower back or the back of the neck. Take it back into Adho Mukha Savasana, Sivanasana. Soften the line of the back, melt the heart. Head comes towards the ground. Open up the shoulders a little bit. And lift the heels, lift to the hands. Spring forward or walk forward. Chest to the sides, head down. Come all the way to standing. Bring your hands back to the heart. Keep your hands at the heart center from the heart. Inhale up to the space between your eyebrows. We call it Trikuti. Exhale back down to the heart. Establish yourself deep within yourself, your divinity, your divine spark. Release. Now we're going to go into the postures. In your postures, remember, just trying to find the stillness and quietness, tap into the consciousness of the form. Starting off with tree, standing on your left foot, raise your right knee up. You can either take the foot flat against the inseam of the leg. Doesn't matter at what height. You can bring it down, not against the knee, but even if you need the extra support, you can keep your toes on the ground. If you have a lotus, bring your knee up high, bring the foot to the hip crease. You can either hold the foot with the hand or drop the knee pointing towards the ground. You can release both hands in front of the heart. Now start to grow tall. And then when you're ready, you can grow your tree straight up towards the sun. Try to find more length. You can look up if you like. Try to get tall and steady like the tree. Stay there. Hold the pose. Good. Now bring it back down. Try it on the other side. Right foot steps down, anchor down through the spread the toes, anchor down and lick your roots. And take the other foot up now into the same variation, either your lotus or your regular tree. Whatever happens, remain unconcerned, just do your best. It's the effort that counts, and it's the intention of offering. And then when you're ready, raise the arms up high. Take your gaze up, as though you're saying, I surrender you completely to the highest self. I'm here to do your service. Service is to all beings everywhere. Good. Bring it back down. Release. Next pose, ballet pose. You just try to find the poise and the grace of a dancer. Standing on your left foot again, pick up the right foot, bring the knee up high. If you can, you take hold of the heel. You bring it out to the side, the thumb's behind the heel. And then you see if you can bring your foot up to about the height of the fingertips. Lean a little bit away from the leg. If this is too much, you can just take your knee out to the side. Modify according to your condition. You're more flexible. You just try to bring your foot up higher. Lift the chest, look up. You have good balance. Find the quietness in the pose. Now, option here is to let go of the right foot. Do it slowly. Keep engaging your legs. You don't want to have the foot drop at all. So keep engaging the muscles of the legs. Let go of the foot. Let it float. Slowly keep the leg muscles active as you bring it down. Release. Try it on the other side. Keep watching the body moving by itself. You're not the body, nor the emotions, nor the mind. Come into the pose gracefully. Lift up through the chest. Point the toes. Make it look like an offering, the best you have to offer. Now here, if you can, again, engage your leg muscles so that the foot doesn't drop when you let it go. Slowly bring it back down. Try to move in a way it doesn't disturb the witness who's watching. Breathe in, breathe out. Come to the back of the mat. Next pose, warrior 3. Bring the arms up over the head, like they're like the fingertips on the tip of a sword. Take the left foot forward, hinge down, bring the body level to the ground, bend the standing leg, the left leg, pick up the right foot. Try to get your body level, like you're lying on the table. Lengthen. Be as straight as a spear or the arrow, the weapon of a warrior. Option to stay here, or if you want, toppling tree. Swing your arms around to the back, interlace your fingers, push the wrists, open up the wrists, the palms, bring the body down lower. So the belly comes towards the thigh, the right foot comes up higher. And then bring the chest forward a little bit. So stay there. You try to bring more weight in the front of the foot towards your toes. And stay in your warrior 3 if you like. Beautiful. That's it. Return, coming back. Come back to the back end of the mat. Try it again on the other foot. Watch the body. Raise your arms above the head. Step the right foot forward. Hinge, coming down level to the ground. And raise the left leg up. Both hips looking at the ground. Be straight like the arrow or the charging warrior. Demonstrate direction, determination, power. Moving into toppling tree if you like. Bring your hands behind the back. Bring your body down lower so the belly comes towards the thighs. Whatever you need to do to come into the pose, just go ahead. Don't worry. Don't worry about the outcome. Just try your best. Step back down gracefully. Come to the back end of the mat again. Now, next pose, asana. Walk the left foot forward, big step forward. Lower the back knee down and drop the seat right down close to the front heel. Take your hands to the front knee first. Push into your knee and just pull the body for the belly hips. Curl the tail under and just try to bring the belly button forward, the chest up. Drop your head back. Keep your seat low. And from here, asana. Bring your arms over the head if you can. You can keep them apart to the spread for your shoulders or join your hands, index fingers together for Kali Mudra. And just wiggle your shoulders a little bit. Try to get the shoulders loosened. Try to keep your arms straight. Imagine your index fingers going over the back toe, crescent moon. Picture the shape in your mind. Make the shape with your body. If you know other variations, go ahead. You're very flexible. If you have a good balance, you can bring the back foot up. Maybe the foot will find the head. Next progression, if you want, this is an option. You would bring up the right foot and see if you press it towards the hip and bring the foot into the crook of the arm. The fingers are close to the ear. Left arm comes around and you join the fingers together. And then you push the foot into the inner wrist, turn the chest forward. This is an option again, move according to your condition. This is called swan pose. So you try to imitate the neck of the swan, that graceful curve with your arms, your body. Break the pose. Come out, just switch sides. Bring your right foot forward, left knee back, left foot back. Drop your seat down, hands to front knee. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, allow the head to go back. You can stay there if this is already at your limit, or join your hands together. Shake your shoulders a little bit. Call this a Dharma wiggle. And then bring your arms back. Keep your arms straight, just like the shape of the crescent moon. There's no kinks, there's no discontinuities in the curve. Bring your arms back. And find the pose that takes you to the edge of your potential to make the best offering that you can. Not going to a place of pain in the body or anxiety in the mind, though. That's not what you want to offer. Now you can stay there or take the next progression if you like. Swan, lean forward, right arm resting on the right leg, take the left foot up. You either hold the foot or see if you can get into the elbow, the right arm comes around. The fingers are close to the ear. You can take the fingers a little bit more easily. Turn the chest forward. Gaze up. The zone offering. Break the pose. Bring the foot towards the body. Release. Change sides. So bring the right knee back alongside the left. Step the left foot forward. So the legs are like a box here. The knee is directly over the heel on the left leg. The hip is over the right knee. Bend the toes under on the back foot. Right arm up. Inhale, reach up. Exhale. Options here. You can take the right hand to the outside of the thigh. Left hand, lean back. Press into inner heel. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, turn towards the left. Over the back shoulder. This is option one if you're limited in your twists. If you want to go further, take the right arm up and dive down with your elbow. The armpit is right close to the thigh. Left fist in the right hand, push down into the right hand. Lift the chest, try to bring the center of the chest right to the thumbs, and roll the left shoulder all the way back. If you know how to take a bind, go ahead. Left arm goes around the back. Join the fingers or hold the left wrist with the right hand. Keep turning the chest towards the sky. If you want, take the back knee up off the ground as well. Extend back to the left heel. Get long, stay strong. Try to stay in the pose. The longer you stay in the pose, the more you have a chance to tap into consciousness of the pose. Good. Bring your chest a little bit further forward to meet the thumbs. Break the pose. Release, come on to the other side now. Bring the right foot forward. Starting again, taking your options, same option as you did. Maybe starting off a little bit more conservatively. Left hand to the outside of the foot of the knee, right hand to inside the heel. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, turn towards the right, or left elbow down to the outside. The armpit should be right against the leg, and we try to move the chest towards the hands, sending the chest towards the hands in front. Take a bind if you like, and progress through your variations. Just try your best. Good. Down through the left heel, extend through the head, exhale, turn a little bit more. Then release. Bring the hands down. From here, we're going to step the left foot forward again, lizard pose. Walk the left foot out to the edge of the mat. The hands on the inside of the left foot, just rock back and forth. Push through the base of the toes, and then lower the right knee down, uncurl the toes, roll to the right. You might be able to get the right forearm down. If the shoulder is above the height of the knee, then you'll be able to get the forearm down. Roll back to the left, and the left forearm might come down. Sink down to the seat. If it's easier for you to stay on the hands, if you can't get your body, your elbows down, that's okay. If you're very flexible, try to come right down onto your chest. Keep the left knee close to the shoulder. Now be like the lizard, try not to blink. Fix your gaze in front. Extend as much as you can. And come back onto the hands, bend the toes under, lift the back knee. Take the left shoulder in behind, so you have to pull the body back a little, bring the hips back, so you can get your left shoulder in behind the knee. You can push against the back of the knee. Stay strong. You might be able to take one arm out, the right arm out, eventually left arm out as well. So the body has to be low to the ground. Keep pressing back to the left heel, the right heel. And bring your hands down. Keep your body low. Keep pushing the back of the arm into the back of the arm. You can lift the left leg up if you can. Press with your hands and swing it back. This, again, is an option. Take the leg back other ways if that's more easy. And then take the right foot forward. Start again, preparing for lizard. Back and forth movement. First, to get the hips low. And then bring the left knee, the left heel all the way back, lower the knee, flatten out the toes. See if you get the left forearm down and then the right forearm. Or stay on your hands and keep pulling the body, telescope the chest forward. Come down lower if you can. Eventually, maybe the chest will come right down. Now settle into the pose. Pretend you're a lizard. Fix the gaze. Come back onto the hands, bend the toes under. And then from here, move your body back a little bit to get the right shoulder in behind the knee. And just push a few times against the shoulder against the back of the knee so you have a strong connection. Maybe take your left arm out to the side. If you can, take the right arm out as well. Have the body, bring the body down low so that your arms are level with the body, hovering above the ground. And bring your hands down. Push the back of the arm against the back of the leg. Raise your right leg up if you like. And circle all the way around to the back. Coming into plank position. And then back into downward facing dog. Lift the seat up and back. Vasisthasana, side plank. We're going to move the left hand more in front of the nose. Spin on your feet. And then open up to the right. Bring the right arm up. Arc the body away from the ground. If you need to modify, you can lower the left shin down on the ground or come down onto forearm. If you know other variations, go ahead. And then go to wild thing, you can slide the right toes back. Turn on the foot, the left foot flat on the ground. Lift the shoulders up. You keep your arm fully extended, you're not dropping into your shoulder. And you have a strong connection to the foot to the ground. You can maybe take the right knee up. If you have the reach, take the foot. Watch the body. Bury your mind deep in the heart. Watch the body move with more steadiness and ease. Good. Beautiful, everyone. Switch sides. Come back to downward facing dog. Move on to the right hand and the right foot. And keep one foot in front of the other if it's easier for you to do. Good. Lift up the hips. Modify as you need to. Go into your variations. That's it. Downward facing dog. Now from here, we're going to step the left foot between the hands, back foot flat, come up into Virabhadrasana 1, Warrior 1. Raise your arms above the head is behind your arms, and you're gazing up at the point of the sword, or your hands can be apart again if you need to separate them. Take on a consciousness of the mighty warrior. Express devotion. Now from here, we're straighten out the front leg, turning to face the long edge of the mat. Bring the hands to Anjali Mudra, prayer position, right at the heart. From the heart space, inhale up to the third eye. Exhale back down to the heart. Keep yourself established in divinity. Now walk your feet a little bit closer together, about a little bit more than hip width. The toes are pointing out, bend the knees so your knees are a little bit over the toes, hands to the seat. And then push down into seat, pull down at the same time. And then you try to bring your chest up and your head back. To do this, your legs can straighten a little bit. If you want, if you can walk your hands down, grip below the knees. If you're more flexible, keep walking down. Some of you might be able to go right into Urdhva Dhanurasana from here. If you can see the ground easily, you can take the hands down to the ground. Up and facing bow. Coming back now, walking your hands back one at a time onto the seat. Push into the seat, pull down at the same time, and come all the way up. Arms out to the side, open up your feet a little bit more. Heels can be a little bit wider than the toes. Hinge forward. And then you can take your hands outside the legs. Okay, some of you might be able to step your, bring your fingers underneath the edges, the outer edges of the feet. Inhale, extend the head forward. Exhale, pull the body right in. Try to get your seat over the top of the head, between the feet. Then again, where you come up, take the arms out to the side, come up gracefully, smoothly. One more back bend in this heel sequence. Heel toe your feet in, hands to the seat, push the hips forward, bend the knees, bring them forward a little bit, and go back. Head comes back. Make sure you keep on breathing. Do not hold your breath and try not to crunch the back of the neck. Keep the shoulders down away from the ears, so you don't cut off your circulation and get dizzy. Making ready to come back, hands on the seat, and press into seat, pull down, come all the way up. Now you're turning to your right, the right foot facing forward, Virabhadrasana 1 again, Warrior 1. Take the arms up. Be like the strong, determined warrior. Find the strength, the power. Good. Sink down to the seat. And from here, press the front leg straight. Bring your hands back in front of the heart. Breathe in from the third eye. So it's from the heart to the third eye. Exhale back down to the heart. And then step your feet back together, face forward. Good. Standing tall in Tadasana. Stand strong like a mountain. Be fierce and powerful and steady. Release. Now we're going to come down onto our mat, Shilshasana, headstands. So there's lots of different variations here. If you already know what you're doing in a headstand, go ahead into your pose. If you are not comfortable in headstand, you can just come into hare pose. Your hands come beside the feet, forehead down in front of the knees, and just lift your feet as much as you can. So you feel you're on the back of the neck, the back of the head. Your seat comes over the knees. So you can do that as a variation or teddy bear. You start same way to the top of the head on the ground, your fingertips beside your knees, lift up your seat and then lift your knees up. Walk your feet towards the hands and then rest just underneath the knees against the elbows. You push into your hands, you might be able to get your feet up or just dance from one toe together. You're nice and low to the ground and you have 3 points of contact, which make it a little bit easier to stay in the pose. Flex your feet, bend the toes back. If you're in headstand, wherever you are, take your gaze to the space between the eyebrows, either with your eyes closed or open. Inhale, so. Exhale, hum. I am you, you are me, I am that I am. Start to make your way out to the posture. Gracefully, with control, come back down. Relax in child's pose. Inhale. Exhale. Remove all fatigue. Then roll your way up. Find your way onto your back. Take your legs out in front. Getting ready for the queen of the posture, shoulders stand. So once you're flat on the ground, legs extended, breathe in. Exhale, remove all fatigue. Imagine you're fainting. Now press into the arms, your arms beside the body, raise the legs up. Keep pushing into the arms so the seat comes up off the ground. And try to get your seat up as high as you can so that you can place your hands on the back. If you want to go all the way into plow first, that's a good way to get into it. You join your hands behind your back, you bring your arms closer, and then you place your hands on the lower back and you raise your legs up one or both at a time. Straight line from the toes to the chin. Alternatively, you can bring your knees, you keep your legs in a tuck, your knees close to the forehead. Now again, settle your mind in stillness. Leave the body alone. Watch the space between the eyebrows. So hum. I am you, you are me. Halasana. The feet come over your head. If your feet can touch down, you can bring your arms behind the back. Option here is to drop your thighs against the body and the knees on either side of the head. withdraw from your senses even further. Go deeper within. And go deeper in your meditation. We're getting ready to come back down into fish. Bring your hands behind the back, palms down. Try to lower your legs, keep them close to the body as you come down. So just allow the legs to just skim over the body. And then when the legs come down, you land your seat on your hands. Just pull your arms under a little bit more so they're right underneath the body, including your shoulders. And then press into the forearms, lift the chest up as high as you can, bring the top head to the ground. And now just really try to push your chest up like you're standing on the top of a mountain, and you're sending out the love to everybody. Beam the love out of your heart to all beings. If you're feeling strong, raise your legs up 12 inches off the mat. Keep your chest high, your shoulders back. Good. Now break the pose, come back down, breathe in, breathe out. All fatigue leaving the body. If you have a lotus, release your lotus. Now we're going to swing your legs all the way back over your head again in halasana. Come into cow again. If you can, take hold of the outer ankles with your hands, or take hold of your big toes with your peace fingers. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, exhale completely. Hold the breath out and come into seated boat pose without dropping your feet to the ground, without bending your knees. Okay. So you can try it a few times if you need to, if you don't quite make it. And if it doesn't go, just make your way into boat. Now bring your body and your legs together, bring your thighs close. You can bend your knees if you need to. Keep them level with the ground or straight, arms out to the side. Pat like a puppy, do it through the nose. And release. Bring your feet down, press into your fingertips, and lift your feet. Head stays close to the ground, and then roll your way up slowly. And moving away that doesn't jar the attention of the witness. Keep the witness calm. Once you're up, standing, turn again to alongside of the mat. Hero sequence again. Hands to the heart center. Inhale from the heart space to the third eye. Exhale back down to the heart. Walk your feet a little bit closer again. Toes pointing out. Hands to the seat. Cushions the seat. Bend your knees. Roll back again. The more you repeat the poses, the more they become comfortable now. And just grip just below the knees. Roll the thighs outwards, roll the shins inwards. Stand firm on your feet. Try to straighten your legs. And coming back, mindfully press into your seat, come up. Walk the feet out a little bit further. Arms out to the side. Prasarita Padottanasana. Hinge forward. Take your hands either in tripod with your fingertips here, inside your fingertips behind your heels, and bring your forehead, your top of the head down. Or you can step on your fingers again with your feet, or bring the hands to the outsides of the shins. Hold the body down. Try to have a straight line from the hips all the way down to the top of the head. If your head is on the ground, some of you might be able to come right up into a headstand if you're in tripod. Go ahead if you like to try that. Press into your hands and just straddle your legs, circle them right up. Everything's an option, according to your condition. If you're in headstand, come back down. Land your feet quietly in the same place. Arms out to the side, come up again. Bring the hands to the seat. Again, bend back. Walk your feet closer. And go back, press hips forward. Watch the body moving. Make everything an offering. Press into the seat. Lead with the heart to come back up. One more time, going down. Crossing into Padmasana, adjust your feet. Take your hands behind your back this time. You can interlace your fingers behind your back, or if you want, you can bring your knuckles together, or reverse namaste even. Hands right up the center of the back. Push the shoulders back. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, come down. And try to get your forehead down, or your top of the head to the ground. Hands back up. So release the hands, bring them up to the side. Come all the way up. One last time. Walk your feet in, hands to the seat, bend your knees. Get your body flatter. Bend your knees a little bit more. Your body will come lower, your head will come closer to the ground, and this is what allows you to eventually go a little more easily into your Urdhva Dhanurasana if you like. Make sure you can see the ground before you try to release your hands. And then coming back up, press the hands one at a time back onto the seat. Push into the seat, pull down, and come back up. Bring your hands in front of the heart. Breathe in, heart to the crown, to the third eye. Exhale back down to the heart space. From here, walk your feet back together and just lower down onto the mat into seated position. Paschimottanasana, seated forward bend. So you're stretching the back body here. Bend your knees if you need to. Inhale, raise your arms up. Exhale. Inch forward, try to bring your chest, your belly onto your thighs. If you can get your legs straight on the ground and flat, go ahead. Reset the shoulders. Pull the chest towards the knees. Exhale. Bring the weight onto the legs. And if you can bring your forehead to the shins. Imagine the top of the head coming to touch the front of the feet. All your tension is at the base of the spine. You bring your attention there, perhaps you'll feel the blood rushing there too. You feel a throbbing sensation. Imagine that as the energy trying to make its way up. Keep on pulling the body forward, moving the chest towards the knees. Exhale, bring more weight onto the legs. then coming back up. Raise your arms up. Bring your hands beside your seat. Slide your heels in, come into a squat. Elbows between the knees, the inside knees, hands, wrists are the base wrists at the same height as the elbows. Ardha Tittipasana. Slide the left shoulder in, the elbow comes right close to the root of the body. Lift your seat just as much as you need to, so you bring your left arm all the way underneath the leg. Right arm comes over the back. You can try to either hold the fingers and lock, or take hold of the right wrist with your left hand, and then raise the right side of the seat up. Eventually try to get your left leg straight as well. Over your right shoulder, the head close to the ground. Option to stay here, or if you know, you can come into further paradise. You walk the right foot in a little bit closer to the left foot, lift the left heel, take a half breath in, push into the right foot, come to standing. Once you're up, you try to bring the left leg up as well, and bend the leg, bring it back a little bit behind the shoulder. To the body moving. Good, beautiful. Going to come back down. Bend the leg, bring the foot back down, come into a squat. And then go right to the other side when you're ready. Right shoulder moves down, the elbow moves right into the hip or towards the roots. Just lift a little bit. Don't have to get the seat up too high. It makes it harder to bind. And then you can see if you can catch the left wrist with your right hand. Raise the left hip up. Head stays close to the ground. Lengthen the spine. Feel free to stay here or move your right foot in towards the left. Take your weight into your left foot, lift the right heel, and then take a half breath in to find a little bit of lightness. So you can push into your left foot and bring yourself up. Don't think too much about it. Just watch the body moving. And then you can extend the right leg if you can and push it back a little bit behind the body. Beautiful. Come back down. Now from here, bring your hands in front, walk forward, lie on your belly. Forehead resting on your hands. Breathe in. Breathe out. Relax. Cobra. So mark your way into Cobra. If you're feeling like you've got a lot of stiffness in your back, you can hold the front edge of the mat, pull on the mat, and lift your chest and your head up. So you can stay here if you want, just get extension, anchor down to the hips and the legs. Eventually you can walk your hands closer in. Keep walking them closer in. And then find your pose. Swing your hands. Come into the consciousness of the serpent, the king of the snakes if you want as well. And separate your feet. Bring your fingertips right beside your hips. Bring the head up a little bit higher. And see if you can bring your feet up. You might be able to touch your head eventually. Imagine you're squeezing socks behind your knees. Just watch the body and coil gracefully like a snake. it. Just move again according to your condition. Break the pose, come back down gracefully. Rest. Breathe in. Breathe out. Now go onto your back. Just turn onto your back. Urdhva Dhanurasana. Wheel bow, upward facing bow. Slide your feet in right beside your hips, edges of the feet in line to hips. Fingertips on either side of the head, equal distance apart. Bring your elbows up and then lift the feet, press with your fingertips and slide your head back. And on top of the head, turn your hands around, fingers facing towards the toes, a little bit out. You can either stay here, or if you're ready, take half breath in and lift your head up off the mat. From here, do any variations you like. Modification. Keep your shoulders on the ground, come into bridge. Lift your seat, rock your shoulders underneath, your arms underneath the body, and then press your chest up towards your chin. Good. Be strong in the pose. Be formidable. Good. You can lift your heels, rock back and forth if you like. Try to get your arms and your legs straight. You're beautiful, Sarah. Andrew, nice. That's beautiful, Janique. And nice. Come down. Try to come down with control. Breathe in. Breathe out. Relax. And rock your way up to seated position. So last back bend thing we're going to do is forearm balance. So here you want to have your elbows no more than shoulder width apart. Lock your thumbs together, you point your fingers out. This is what your hands, your arms should look like. Okay, so you bring your arms into position, you really hug the mat with your arms. Make sure your elbows don't slip out to the side. Walk your feet as close to your elbows as possible. Raise one leg up, keep a foot close to your seat, and bend the toes back. Just keep your butt muscles engaged. And just lift up the heel and come back down. Lift up, push into your forearms, and then come back down. And if you want to eventually keep pressing into your forearms and bend your knee, get a little bit of momentum. Push off your toes. You might be able to hover a little bit, or just again. Do this in a way that is mindful. Okay? So don't throw yourself up violently and rapidly. Have control as you do this. Use a wall if you like. You can just play with that a little bit. Watch the body moving. Have no expectations. Don't have any attachments to results. Just try your best. That's it. Keep your feet close to your seat when you do this, so that your body moves a little bit more easily and lightly. And you have more control. That's it, Sarah. Look towards your fingertips. That's it, Jenny. Kelly, get your foot. Yes, try to get your foot closer to the hands, elbows first. Bring the leg that's behind you further back, it's like you're doing a split. That's it. Push into your forearms a little bit more, Janique. Push the foot the leading foot, the foot that's going behind your head. Yeah. Beautiful. Yes, and come back down. Relax, child's pose. Breathe in. Breathe out. Then roll your way back up to seated. Twist. Fold the left leg back, lean to the right, fold the left leg back, and the right knee comes up towards the chest. If you can, you bring your foot into your lotus, into your left hip crease. And bring your knee down. Don't force the knee. If that doesn't go, you can place your foot on the inside of the leg. If your knee doesn't fold back, just keep it in front. So the heels right, place the left foot first against the root, and then the right foot comes across, toes to the knee. Twist to the right. So turn the body to the right. Right arm goes all the way around. If you have the foot to the lotus, you can take hold of your foot or press your hand into your thigh. Inhale, lift. Left hand comes to the outside of right knee. Exhale, turn to the right. Come tall through the spine. Visualize a twist starting at the base of the spine and going all the way up to the top, to the base of the brain. Modify as you need to. Both sides of the seat down. And coming back, go to the other side. Right leg folds back or stays in front. Left foot in your lotus or just modified with the heel against the root of the body. Foot flat to the foot, pressing against the inseam of the leg. Left shoulder moves around, take hold of the foot or press your hand into your thigh, or just your hand just down the center of the back. Right hand to the outside of the left knee. Lift to the chest, turn to the left. Make sure you stay tall through the spine. Break the pose. Release the legs. Just lie on your back for about 5 breaths. Make your way down gently. On your back, mini shavasana, just for 5 breaths. With each inhale, imagine you're bringing the best of the universe. All that you need to feel fulfilled, to feel content. Exhale. Let go of anything that does not serve you, that takes away from your contentment. Let it all go. And make your way back into a seated position slowly. Just going to do a bit of pranayama before we settle down into more relaxation. Sit up tall. Back has to be completely vertical and straight. Nadi Sadhana. So we're going to be doing an alternate nostril breathing with no breath retention. So we're just breathing in through the left, pausing, holding both sides of nose closed. Exhale through the right, back through the right. Inhale, close both sides of nose. Exhale through the left. Okay, that's one cycle. As you breathe in, you're watching, you're visualizing the breath move down as though the lungs are at the base of the spine. Exhale, you imagine the breath moving back up. So you're visualizing, you're following the breath in its downward motion on the inhale, upward on the exhale. I'll cue through it. Sitting up tall, left hand in Yana Mudra on the left knee, right hand ready. Second, third fingers fold down, right thumb for the right nostril, right ring finger for the left nostril. Breathe in through both nostrils. Exhale completely, empty the lungs. Close off the right nostril, inhale through the left. Watch breath moving down. Pause, hold both sides of nose closed. Exhale to the right. Watch the breath moving back up. Inhale through the right. Breath moves down. Pause, both sides closed. Exhale through the left. Again, watch the breath moving back up. Inhale through the left. Breath moves down. Close both sides. Exhale right. Breath moves back up. Inhale right, breath moves down. Pause, both sides close, exhale left. Breath moves back up. Like a wave motion. Inhale down, left. Exhale right, back up. Inhale right, down. Both sides close, exhale left, up. Inhale down, left. Pause, exhale right, up. Inhale down, right. Follow the breath, visualize breath moving. Pause, exhale left, up. Continue on your own for a few cycles. Keep the inhale match the exhale duration. One more cycle after the current one. So you inhale through the left and you exhale back out through the left to end the cycle. Everything in between stays the same. Once you've completed, you breathe out to the left. Make your way down again into Shavasana. Ease your way down. Make sure that the body is comfortable so you can remain absolutely still. It's like when you're trying to make a computer go to sleep, if you move the mouse, all the lights will fire back up and the computer will go active again. So you want to not touch the mouse so that the computer eventually goes into sleep mode. Lie down on your back, prepare for this deep healing relaxation method. Now repeat to yourself 3 times the following sentence. I will remain awake and alert during the instructions. Repeat yourself mentally now. Now relaxation begins on the left side. Imagine the best of the best taking place right here, right now. Accepting into the body through the act of surrendering to it. All the attention to the left hand. Relax all the fingers, allow them to go limp. Thumb, second, third, fourth, and baby fingers just fall limp, lifeless. Back of the hand and the palm of the hand soft, no tension. The wrist is loose and inactive. Just feel, now bring the attention to the lower left arm. Relax it completely so that it feels completely lifeless, heavy. And then starts to move up through the arm now, through the elbow joint, which is again loose, into the upper arm. The whole arm right up to the shoulder, like dead weight. And like ink coloring the water when you inject it into the water. It starts to seep and creep down into the whole left side of the back. So the whole back sinks into the ground below. The lower back supported by the softness underneath. Just allow yourself to just melt into it. The whole left side of the back. Feeling the heaviness creep down into the hip joint, around the front, and then to the side, into the seat. Heavy as can be. And it moves into the thigh. Feeling the thigh as though it were made of lead. Immobilized. It keeps on moving down the leg, past the knee, into the lower leg. Whole leg is heavy. It keeps moving down into the ankle joints. Just loose. And into the foot, top of the foot, relaxed. The bottom of the foot, soft, no tension or resistance. The heel as well, soft. The toes just giving way to limpness. Whole left side of the body on the outside is dead-like. And then the right side, you repeat all over again. Bring all the attention to the right hand so that you can suggest to it bit by bit, part by part, to let go of all tension. The fingers first, allow them to just fall like spaghetti, limp. Back of the hand and the palm, like dead weight palm, soft and relaxed, no tension. The wrist joint as well. Loose. And then feel that heaviness start to creep its way up through the arm, starting at the wrist, moving up through the lower arm, through to the elbow, passing right through into the upper arm and shoulder, the whole right arm. Heavy, like. And then that heaviness starts to make its way through the right side of the back. Feeling the shoulder blade just sink, become heavy as well. All the curves of the lower back filled with the softness underneath that supports it. Yielding to that softness. Just allowing the body to just relax completely. And feeling the heaviness now move into the hip region, the front of the hip, pelvis, the outside and into the seat. And then down further into the thigh, so the seat and the thigh, as though they were made of lead. So heavy, no possibility of moving them. And it just keeps getting heavier as you move further down the body into the lower leg. The whole right leg immobilized. The foot as well takes on that heaviness as it relaxes. Top of the foot and the ankle. No tension whatsoever. Bottom of the foot, soft, relaxed. And the toes, one by one, the big toe down to the little toe. Relax. In the lungs, feel heavy. The whole outer body is relaxed from neck to the feet. Now even the lungs, the organs within, the heart, the liver, diaphragm, intestines, and stomach, and the rest. As though they were filled with cement. So sluggish, they're slowed down that they virtually stop. The head is heavy on the mat. And the forehead shows no signs of tension. It's smooth, it's relaxed. Cheeks, the nose, inactive, soft. The mouth is relaxed, tongue resting in its bed. Teeth in the normal resting position, neither clenching nor grinding. The jaw remains soft. And the chin and the throat as a result are relaxed. As is the neck, all the way around the neck. No tension. And bring your attention back up, moving up through the jawline to the ears and in between the ears, the brain even now ceases activity, becomes quiet, Continue to observe the body in its stillness. Be still the witness, watching the body resting. And eventually the body just disappears from your awareness, like it were erased, heavy like the corpse, just as though it just kind of became one with the earth, became integrated with the earth, allowing you to lose awareness of the body altogether. Just bring your attention now, visualize the earth moving down right into the core, the very core of the earth, planet Earth. Deeper and deeper within. At the core of the earth, you feel connected to all beings, all animals, all living beings. Feel as though you are Mother Earth, supporting all of them, nourishing them through all your bounty. Feel one with all beings. Become one with all. And then repeat to yourself the following auto-suggestion 3 times mentally. I am one with all beings. I love all beings. It is said that Soham, I am you are me, that consciousness runs through all beings. They don't even know it, but it's constantly being played out over and over again, involuntarily, with your very breath. Stay in that consciousness. I am you, you are me. I am that I am. I am divine love. I am divinity itself. Now prepare to take that mission out into the world off your mat. Now feel yourself coming back. The body comes back into your awareness. Place yourself back into your physical form. Start to become aware of the breath, the fingers, the toes. Feeling the body awakening. And when you're ready, make your way back to the seated position with the utmost gentleness, reverence, mindfulness. Move in a way that allows you to preserve all the serenity that you created. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Be receptive to the divine grace. All is within. This concludes our practice. Thank you so very much for coming. Namaste. Happy New Year, everybody. Thank you so very much for joining me today.
Thank you so much, Justine.
Thank you.
Merci.
Justine, love you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much,
Good
Justine. So lovely.
So wonderful to see all of you.
Yeah.
Happy New Year.
Yeah.
Happy New Year, Nasti and Mom.
Thanks so much. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Bye.
Thank you,
Thank
Justine.
you.
Thank
Happy
you
New
for
Year.
joining, Rita.
Happy New Year.
Happy New
Happy
Year,
New Year.
everybody.
Namaste.
I will send out the link to this, like it's recorded, so if people want it, they can watch this again if they want and do it again. So thank you so much, everybody. It's such a pleasure to be with you.
Thank you.
I really loved your words at the beginning, by the way, the dialogue at the beginning. That was just wonderful and perfect for the new year.
Thank you. So great to see all of you. Thank you. Thank you, Martha. I hope that
Thank
you,
you.
I hope that you
Shanti.
were okay. Thank you for coming, Anne. It was so nice to have you. And Violetta, thank you, everybody.
Thank you so much.
Monique.
Yeah, it was really wonderful.
Just miss you all so much.
Yeah. Are you coming
Great.
back to Ottawa soon or?
No, I'm still in London right now with my aunt. Yeah. Wow.
great
Take
way to-
good care.
Year.
So I didn't catch that, Anne?
It was a great way to bring in the new year.
Yeah.
And
We
then-
can be together, but it's nice to at least be able to connect this way and to see everybody like in the best way that we can. So I'm really grateful that
Really helps.
It helps. I didn't realize how much I missed all your sayings. Yeah.
Yeah, I really enjoyed the Dharma talk at the beginning too.
Mhm.
It was very-
Yeah. It
Great.
went back.
Straight to the heart.
Yeah.
you guys go right to my heart.
I miss you. Yeah, love you.
Love you too.
Love you all.
Love you. Bye.
Take good care. And so love to see you again too.
Yeah, you too, Monique. Yes.
Yeah.
Let's stay connected, girl.
Okay. Take good care. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, Monique.
Happy New Year, Justine. Love you.
Love you too.
I'm out now. Okay.
Yeah. Marlita, are you still there?
Yes.
Happy New Year, my dear. Thank you for watching, and I hope it wasn't too. I know. I hope it wasn't too boring for you.
No. I just had my cataract and astigma surgery, astigmatism.
Yeah.
And I'm not allowed to do yoga at all for 4 weeks. So,
Yeah.
but I love the other parts.